Maybe I'll just force friendships by magically enslaving the entire population of Coneyville.
Carefully set the table without using magic, so that...
Starlight's selective listening. Also, how would they have set the table without magic? She says by hoof, but how does that work?
Did you? How? When? What?
Twilight may have been startled, but she's acting like she doesn't know how magic works.
If it's just you, me, and Princess Celestia, why are there 4 seats?
I don't know, Starlight. Why are there 4 seats? You set the table.
Well, I can't choose. I like all your friends.
That is not an acceptable answer, Starlight. You must have a favorite pony. It's the law or something. Also, good answer. If that were the test, you would have passed, and the episode would have ended right here. Twilight's telling Starlight to go make a friend in just 1 day, so Bookhorse can pass her boss's evaluation tomorrow. Twilight is a bad and shockingly dishonest teacher.
You have to make a new friend.
Someone new, someone old, someone borrowed, someone blue.
Maybe I'll just force friendships by magically enslaving the entire population of Coneyville.
I don't recall Twilight winning any elections, so that seemed to have worked out just fine for her. Alright, glitter. Unlike the ingredients, the utensils are probably not convenient to replace. In other words, Starlight steals then destroys property. Starlight definitely dropped this cake onto her head on purpose, unless she thought Mrs. Cake's eyes were on the top of her head and she couldn't see otherwise.
I can't be friends with some pony who doesn't talk.
Octavia would like a word with you.
Come on, I'll introduce you.
Dash actually expects her to be able to follow.
What's a Wonderbolt?
Don't blame her too much, Dash. She did join halfway through the show after all. Starlight has quite a few episodes to catch up on. Trixie is set up for a surprise reveal, even though any fan will recognize her voice right away, and everyone else won't understand why she's significant in the first place.
You ever have one of those days?
For me, they're all one of those days.
If you meet someone who says this, run. They're one of those people.
I may have been a tiny bit completely and utterly evil.
Evil would be to wish harm upon others. Starlight only wanted what was best for her village, but her selfish biases skewed things. Thinking she was completely and utterly evil is just the brainwashing of the friendship cult. Twilight takes genuine interest in proper silverware placement beyond merely replicating instructions from a book. Who are you, and what have you done with Bookhorse? Trixie was able to stroll right into the castle without setting off any alarms. Does Twilight have zero security? That's a rhetorical question. We know she doesn't. Fun fact, Trixie's horn is in a state of quantum superposition and only sometimes exists.
Trust me to make my own friends the way Princess Celestia trusted you.
Celestia didn't trust Twilight at all. That's why she sent her away from her Canterlot friends and forced her to get along with 5 other very specific ponies preordained for her.
Thanks, Twilight. You won't regret it.
Okay, but you might regret the surgery which removed your horn. Still a better piece of merchandise than most of what Hasbro makes.
The things I've done, I did them because I was jealous of Twilight. She's just the best at everything.
Forget Trixie's return. Forget Derpy. Disclaimer, don't actually forget Derpy. And forget Slice of Life. Trixie being jealous of Twilight is the highest form of fan service because that was definitely a matter of headcanon until this moment. Trixie is deaf.
Oh, what about her?
Derpy is best pony.
And right before you got chewed up, I could use magic to save you.
Okay, stop. Where is Trixie right now? And why is Starlight still talking to Trixie while Trixie doesn't exist?
Can I vent for a minute?
No, that would be suspicious.
No second chances.
Roll some of the credits.
I just hope I find a way to survive the moonshot manticore mouth dive without my new assistant.
Or, you know, you could just not do the trick you weren't planning on doing before Starlight suggested it a few seconds ago.
Anyone seen Starlight Glimmer?
No, I haven't. I've been too busy being stuck in this fence all day.
You just decided to skip our dinner without telling me?
Dinner with the ruler of the country, no less. This right here is why Starlight never became an alicorn.
You still don't trust me.
Why is this treated like some kind of revelation? Of course Twilight wouldn't trust Trixie. They've only interacted a couple times, and we all know how that went. You can forgive someone without being an over-trusting fool.
My heart is breaking into a million pieces.
The Princess of Friendship walks away from this situation because her butt didn't glow to tell her to do otherwise. She talks to Starlight, but she ain't gonna concern herself with Trixie's likely fatal trick. Remember how Fluttershy's whole introduction centered around not being frightened by a roaring manticore? Everything about this scene is weird and oddly set up. Starlight comments about needing to teleport before the Manticore chews, but then we see hints that the Manticore is probably in on the trick anyway. Also, Trixie attempting the trick at all is a fatal accident at best, or an actual suicide attempt at worst. Yet Starlight and Twilight don't seem concerned in the slightest.
Starlight, if you're out there,
It looks like bronies aren't the only ones who pray to their waifu. This Manticore doesn't even pretend to chew like the Hoofdini one did. Also, Trixie found this surprisingly cooperative Manticore just a few hours after deciding to do a trick involving a Manticore. These things must be dime a dozen. Teleporting from the mouth to the box isn't particularly impressive. The real trick was transmuting this helmet into her trademark hat.
Oh, what about her? If it isn't working out for any reason, I could introduce you to my friends here.